How are you?
So happy.
Well, here I am. Yeah,
And here you are.
I'm really excited because it's my favorite season. It's my favorite time of year when spring has sprung.
It's
right?
so pretty.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah,
And the
just
green with that
simple
too,
little
just really
things.
pops.
Simple little things that are growing out in the wild and on the farm. The first thing I wanted to show you all today is these really fun little things that nobody seems to know what they are. Occasionally, chefs that work in the industry might know what this is.
It kind of looks like garlic.
It looks like garlic or ginger, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, and so this grows on my farm. It is called a sunchoke, or some people call it a Jerusalem artichoke, which is funny because the word Jerusalem was adapted from the Italian girasole, which means sunflower. So that's strange how Jerusalem somehow got added in because of some fun word that sounds alike. So the way that I prepare these at my private dinners, and I like to show people all kinds of new foods. I tell people, you're going to eat stuff you've never had before. So this one got a mandolin here. You can use a knife if you've got these. They sell these at the store sometimes. You just want to be really careful not to cut your fingers.
Wait, that looks so fun, though.
It is fun. Do you want to try it?
Yes, I do.
You've got to be really careful because every chef has taken a little piece off of their thumb. So go right ahead.
Okay, Kayla.
Be really careful.
Trying to make live
The
TV
blade is
in
razor
here.
sharp.
Okay, now you got me scared.
Good, good, good.
Doing it?
Yeah, that's good. All right.
I feel like that's good.
So let's drop.
I can't take anymore.
We got to try. Yeah, it's funny when I watch other people do it, especially on live television.
Yeah, it is
like,
fun.
well, you could be bleeding in no time at all. So this takes 3 to 4, maybe 5 minutes. Hopefully, we'll get these done by the end of the segment. So that's just, you can see I've got the oil at about 350 to 390 typically.
Does this have the consistency? Is it like a potato?
Yes. So that's the fun
That's what
part.
it looks like.
Is it healthier?
Well, we're frying it in oil, so
Well, healthier than
how healthy is it? Sometimes you have to spoil yourself a little bit, but the oil drains off.
Right.
So while that is cooking, you can look and see just how hot that oil is, of course, and they shrink down and they end up looking something like this.
Oh, look at that.
Those are so cute.
Aren't they cute? Well, some of them are bigger, so these are kind of small. And then in the second segment, I'm going to show you. First of all, we're going to plate it, but I want to talk about the wild ramps as well.
Ooh, okay.
So the wild ramps, it's a wild onion, and a lot of people are still learning about what this is. It grows in the wild, and it's one of the first things to come up. And so we've got ramps 2 ways on the dish that we're going to plate in the second segment.
Okay.
So we're going to blister some, and I'm going to show you all that. Yep, that's them in the wild. Kind of looks like tulips coming out of the ground.
Yeah, it does.
And one thing I like to share with people is how important it is to really forage sustainably. And there's a lot of people online worried about the ramp population because it's true, you can decimate a ramp patch very quickly. They take about 7 years to fully develop.
Oh, wow.
And so then they'll seed out, and then they'll create more. But they also spread underground. But if you've been foraging the same spots for 15 years or so, like I have, you keep a really close eye on how it's doing, and you know exactly how much you want to take.
Yeah.
Some people say take 1 leaf only from the ramp. Then here's a bulb, and we're going to use those too. This one I wanted to include. And people get really upset when they see you pulling bulbs. But the point is that when I pull a bulb on accident, I have a really fun time with it. Sometimes I'll cook a couple of them. But what I like to do is take it to a forest where I've never been, where I've never seen a ramp, and then I plant it. So then they start spreading somewhere else.
I love that.
So I think that's a really interesting trick that no one talks about online that I've planted probably 10 different ramp patches now in the wild, and that allows it to spread naturally and keep the population going.
Now if I'm ever on a hike and I see something that looks like this, I'll be like, Jason Michael Thomas was here.
Maybe. Now, there are a lot of ramps in Indiana. I mean, I don't think we're in danger of hurting the population. Careful, it's kind of bubbling up there. Don't want anybody to get burned. But you can see when they get this nice little light golden brown.
Can I try one?
Oh, that's what I want you to do for sure.
Yeah.
And these are a little less hot, and I've already salted this, so be careful with that.
These funky
And we'll talk about that
ones.
second segment too. That's
Okay, so this
celeriac.
is coming up, and the next segment, it's called what?
Celeriac roots.
Celeriac roots.
Locally grown by my
Segment number
friends
2.
at Full Hand Farm.
They're so good.
Aren't they delicious?
Oh, wow.
Very good.
Like a little potato chip, but somehow better.
It tastes like potato chip, but it's got a nice saltiness
There's a different-
to it.
Well, I did put some salt on it.
Oh, that's really good.
Isn't that fun?
I wish I could just be like, here, try it.
Yeah, exactly. Crunchy, light, and delicious.
Oh, good stuff. Jason Michael Thomas, that's delicious.
I'm
Thank
so
you
glad
so
you're
much.
enjoying it.
Always a lesson, George, in the kitchen with JMT. This guy's coming up.